Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Hello and welcome back to Let's Travel! I am Marion and I have a special report to kick off Season 2. Please hit the subscribe button to make sure to catch all the coming episodes. For starters, let's have a travel director look at the 6 most visited toured locations in the Los Angeles area. It's been almost 2 years since I've worked with international guests. The pandemic has affected Southern California overall, but some cities have been impacted a lot more than others. I went on a site inspection tour on Sunday, the 6th of February, to check it out. And here's my report. We started at Olvera Street. All the businesses are open. However, the legendary La Golondrina restaurant is temporarily closed for renovations, and it will reopen by the end of October 2022. Avila Adobe, the oldest house in Los Angeles, is open to visitors. Proof of vaccination is required and the staff does check. Olvera Street used to be very busy at lunchtime on Sundays, but it's fairly quiet now. There was not a single tour bus in sight. Local families are strolling. Aztec dancers started their performance at the plaza at noon, as always, but to very few spectators. But I would definitely recommend Olvera Street as a destination. It offers great cultural experiences, guided tours, shopping and dining. All the museums and shops are open. However, surrounding park areas and streets house a large homeless population. Next, we drove through downtown LA past Walt Disney Concert Hall, the Broad, and Mocha to the historic core. The museums and theaters are all open, but the streets are a lot more quiet. Many residents left downtown for other areas. Broadway used to be a lively pedestrian area. It was empty. Many storefronts are shuttered. The businesses are closed. We would still recommend downtown for arts, culture, and events. Just know that it's somewhat depressing to see all the boarded up windows. The third stop was Hollywood. It used to be the most visited location in the whole area. After all, the Walk of Fame on Hollywood Boulevard is world famous, and the Hollywood and Highland Center used to attract lots of tourists. The Dolby Theater, home of the Academy Awards, and the Chinese Theater on the same block. Again, the pandemic impact is obvious. Along the eastern stretch near Vine Street, very many businesses were boarded up. The area has a large homeless population. Hollywood and Highland is in the midst of reconstruction, and the new owners eliminated the iconic design based on the film Intolerance. The new center does not offer any great photo opportunities, and at this time you cannot access the view bridges for the Hollywood side. The tour bus bay is also closed. A few tourists were walking along the Walk of Fame and taking photos of the hand and footprints in the courtyard of the Chinese Theater, but overall it seemed deserted. Gone are the costumed characters and hip-hop CD vendors. It's quiet, eerily quiet. You can still visit the Walk of Fame, the Chinese Theater, and the entrance to the Dolby. You can easily see it all in 1 hour. The largest souvenir shops survived, and they still offer lots of great Hollywood and Los Angeles merchandise. Heading further west, we hit Rodeo Drive. While Beverly Hills is a lot richer and much more residential, the commercial center around Rodeo Drive does show major signs of reduction. Many of the luxury storefronts are boarded up, either for security reasons, because of all the organized armed store robberies, or because of lack of business. I don't know quite all the details there. The shopping streets are accessible, as is the famous Beverly Hills fountain. Restaurants are open, but the experience does not ooze luxury at this time. We ended up on the beach. First stop, Santa Monica, close to 4 p.m. on a Sunday. It was warm and sunny, and Santa Monica was very, very busy. The pedestrian zone, 3rd Street Promenade, was packed with visitors. So was the park area on the bluff and the pier. This area really gave off that vacation and fun vibe it always had. I saw people masking up on 3rd Street. However, on the Ocean Bluff Park area and the pier, all outdoors and breezy after all, most people walked around maskless. I still felt safe with a little distance. The last stop, Venice Beach. The boardwalk and all the sports and recreation areas were packed. The only exception, Muscle Beach, still closed at this time. Great energy, great people watching, bars, cafes, restaurants, they all serve outdoors. Go and walk around, watch the skateboarders, surfers, basketball players, and street artists on the boardwalk. Many media reports mention the large homeless population here. On Sunday, there were no tents or encampments on the new lush green lawns or the boardwalk. However, as soon as you travel 2 blocks inland, you realize that the problem wasn't solved. It just moved. However, a sunny Sunday afternoon at Venice Beach is just as much fun as it's always been. Last but not least, I want to share some general information you need to know. Mask mandates change constantly. You can find the current information on the county's public health website. I am linking that in the description box of this episode. Crime rates have gone up, like everywhere. Leave your expensive jewelry at home. Do not leave any valuables in your parked car, anywhere, at any time, and watch your surroundings. Yelp is a good resource to see whether specific restaurants or shops you may want to visit are still open for business, and they also list changing business hours. Thank you for listening. Have fun and be safe and travel.